That's going to miss with a 9.
Yep, falls short.
Yeah.
You were just cool getting over here. Yeah, ran out of cool.
And I will do something fun. I'm going to try. I'm going to use fast hands to make a sleight of hand check to see if I can pickpocket it. Because I can. I don't want to shoot with a crossbow. How about a 26?
Yeah, you do pickpocket it.
We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
Hey there, role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. I am DknBluez from DkonsTable, and I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. And welcome back to another one of our mini adventures. This is episode number 17, if you can believe it or not. 17 episodes of this particular series of mini adventures. Where we take random players from our Discord community and we put them together and we have some fun with a one-shot for the evening and kill a couple of hours of our time. So that's basically what this is all about. This is part 3, actually, of one of our one-shots because, again, it turned into a dungeon crawl, shall we say. So we're doing room by room by room. And letting the dice land where they may as we go, and getting the rewards and the experience along the way. So that's what we're doing. And before I get too far into it, I want to go through our cast of characters, and they can introduce themselves on who they are and who their character is for this evening. We'll start off at the very, very top. Under me is Red.
Hey, I'm Garrett. I'm going to be playing Red, the Gearforged rogue, old tiny, old short, little 3-foot guy. He leveled up, so he's a level 5 rogue now.
Nice. And next up is Gabba.
Hey, Ken the Friend. You could probably find me on YouTube, Ken the Friend. And here on this mini adventure, we have another mini character, Gabba, my little green goblin. Barbarian, druid, whatever's needed.
Excellent. Thank you, Sam Riegel. And of course, below Gabba, we have Suyvs.
Hi, I'm Dag_Crystal on most socials, and I play Suyvs, the Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer, and a Water Dragon Folk. So.
Excellent.
And very grumpy.
And of course, last up, we have Luka.
Hello there, this is Jenny, and I'm playing Luka, a warlock, the celestial patron, unicorn patron. And she is now residing in Mistwood Town, but originally was raised in the Ether Bloom, which is equivalent to the Fae.
Excellent. So that is the cast of characters that brings us forward to where we are, and that is beneath the ruins of Blackthorn Keep. Of course, one of the earliest adventures was clearing the brigands that had taken over Blackthorn Keep above, and once that was done, you guys discovered that there was a passageway down beneath the ruins, and you have been since exploring those particular passages and rooms beneath, uncovering mysteries of times gone by for certain. So we last left you resting in this particular room because you had been dealing with all the other manifestations throughout this particular dungeon that you've been going through, and this was the safe room that you guys could rest in if you recall. I don't know who's muted, who's not muted.
Oh goodness. Can we get a description of the room again?
Yeah, I'm just going back to room 4 that you're in.
I've forgotten where we explored before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everything
you-
before
I
4.
know that we've
Everything
been to
before 4.
1, 2, and 3. I'm 100% sure we've been to 1 and 3.
We've also
4
done
is the Great Hall. I can just read off the description I had originally written. It was basically it's a large hall with large heavy doors, vast chambers open with grand pillars lining the hallway. The surfaces are cracked and weathered with age. There is a dust film on everything in the room, even in the air as you see it kind of, as your light cascades into the room. There's faded murals stretching along the walls depicting long forgotten battles, armored warriors clashing with monstrous foes. Beneath a sigil worn away by time. It was hard to determine. I believe you guys actually did determine that the sigil was the old sigil of the Blackthorn Knights.
Yeah, I think it was Dag who did that.
Yeah. And at the south end of the hall, there was a raised dais, that place of honor, that had a bunch of debris on it. And I think in that dais is where you found a particular item, I believe.
I think it was a longsword, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was the dais had a scroll case that was hidden. It had a fragment of a map for another level of the dungeon, a scroll of lesser restoration, and there was the spectral longsword +1 against undead creatures.
Yeah. And that's basically where you were kind of at. You have explored. You guys can look around the map the area that you can see is what you have currently explored. And right now, the only thing you have not explored is there is a doorway to the north of this in this particular room. The door is. I'm just double checking. Yeah, the door is. Yeah. All right, we're good. So I know where we are.
All right.
Gabba pulls her usual good berries out of her hair and passes one to everybody.
Thank you, Gabba.
It's
Red
good.
will take. Red will take it. Obviously, he doesn't eat it, but he'll put it in his pocket, just as a good favor thing.
Just a question, since you pulled them out of your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Did you accidentally grab hair along with it, or is it?
Okay,
Sorry,
back in the day, it used to come with bugs, but she has been clean, so it's just the berries.
So this is an improvement.
Just the berries.
She'll politely eat it just to make you happy.
That's funny.
Luka will eat it. He knows it will sustain her.
Red will wander up to the door and just kind of check if it's traps or anything like that.
Nope.
Do his
not
rogue
trapped.
stuff. I'll look back at the rest of the party and say, should I open it?
Worth a try.
All right.
Does that go deeper? Because we have to find bad things deeper down. Yes.
Maybe it goes deeper. Maybe there's like a set of stairs. I don't think we've found a set of stairs yet, have we?
Not yet.
So,
I didn't think so. Yeah, and I'll casually just kind of push the door open with my hand so that I can lean against the wall as it opens.
Okay. Yeah.
As you can see, Suyvs just kind of scooches off to the side just in case something happens.
Yeah, you never know. You don't want to just be standing in front of a door, right? What if it's a...
That's why she always keeps off to the side.
I don't know.
Now,
down the hallway.
before we continue, does everyone else see, is it gray for you or is it black?
It's gray for me.
Yeah, it's gray and semi see-through for me, just to give you the heads up.
If you're logged into Albert's rodeo, it'll be black.
Albert's black. The stream is gray.
All right, now I got the camera switched. I've never used this before. Okay, I apologize.
I really enjoy having the map because
You know what I do? I'm gonna pull it separate from my thing, and I'm gonna put the map window over top of the Deacon window,
Yeah, sure. Oh,
so
that's
I can still
clever.
see
Whatever
you
makes
guys
it,
and the chat.
I thought of that. Well, that's very clever. I
whatever
like
makes
that.
it easier for you, right? So
That's really clever.
Alright. It'll work for most things, but if I like chat in the chat box, it'll come back up. But yeah, it'll work.
So, Brad, you're the only one that's at the door that sees down that hallway.
All right. That works really well, actually. I'll motion. I mean, I'll look back at the rest of the party, and it looks clear. Anybody interested in going first, or should I?
Okay.
Suyvs is like, go ahead. I was going to back.
All
Yeah,
right.
do you guys have access to your?
I will step 5 feet into the door just to see what I see.
Okay.
She's waiting for the other people to go.
That's fair.
Which way?
I don't know.
I always
There's two
go
ways.
left. First.
Left? Okay, this left, yes?
Left it is.
Okay.
No, but that works.
Okay, so unfortunately, guys, someone's going to have to move Luka. When Luka moves, because she doesn't have access to.
There you go.
That's fine. We got
How
you.
are
mean,
you
no,
all moving your characters?
We have Owlbear open.
Yeah.
Owlbear Rodeo. Yeah, it's just a website
It's
that
the link right above this one.
Yeah, I've used it on here before, but I don't think I can do it at the same time.
Okay, so that's what you guys are visualizing. You see a long corridor as you're heading down. So Gabba has veered off to that side anyway. It is a long corridor that opens into a room at the far end. There is a branch off to your left that you're coming to right now, and there's one off to your right up ahead, which is also looks like the tunnelway has some water in it. Whether it's how deep it is or how flooded it is, you're not sure. So looking up that one hallway.
Can I slide past Gabba and approach the water carefully, and kind of just stick my long sword down into it to try to see how deep it is?
Luka would come up behind you and say, "That's no way to treat a long sword here." And use her staff to do the same thing.
Oh,
Quarter staff.
That's much better. It's probably a lot longer too.
It's actually not. It's not deep. I mean, at the deepest point, it's hard to see what the stonework is like further ahead, but right here, it's like maybe an inch deep. Maybe goes to ankle height a little bit further in.
Sounds like waist height.
Yeah, like it's your boots basically splash in this type of water, and I'll just kind of give you a description of one of the flooded corridors in this room.
Yeah.
There's a thin layer of murky water that covers the stone floor. It ripples with movement. The walls and ceiling drip moisture constantly. Long tendrils of moss and algae cling to the damp stone, and the air is thick and heavy, carrying the scent of stagnant water and decay. Dark shapes. Actually, shit, I brought it up already. Perception checks, please. Damn.
I see nothing.
I let it slip up. My bad.
Ooh, nice.
What's that noise?
21 for red.
13 for Gabba.
Okay.
9.
Okay, Gabba and Suyvs are kind of looking up that little hallway.
Yep.
25
Yeah.
for Luka.
And 20 and 25 from Luka?
Yep.
So you two both rolled over 20. So you have no problem making out that there is dark shapes moving beneath the surface of the water close, like further in from the edge. there obviously is something deep. Whether it could be, for all you know, it could be like a garden snake. You know what I mean? You don't know, but you see at the distance when you're looking ahead 10, 15 feet into the water on the ground, there's something moving in it.
Look at that. Stop, Red. There's something moving in the water. Snakes, perhaps?
Yeah.
Just ahead
Should
there.
we poke it?
Oh,
See something moving.
I'm not going to poke it, but I was going to ask one of you to check to see how deep it gets.
It's not so deep. You could probably it'll be like splishy, splashy puddle water for you. You're nice and big. I mean, not like big, but like tall. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah, sorry.
Does anybody
Uh,
have a little magic at their fingertips that they could, like, send an electric surge through here? I could do it, but I
no.
Yes, I do.
I'm not
feel
so
it's
good
probably
with
not
that.
that.
Okay, so Suyvs
I'll
does.
step out of the way here.
I sure do.
Try it.
So Suyvs, are you going to go up to the
I'm
water
thinking,
and?
Like shocking grasp the water.
Yeah, she's gonna go like I don't know how close I need to get to do it.
You'd
but
have to get right up to it, to the edge of the water.
that works.
You got to reach down in.
All right, so I'm not using shocking grasp, but I am using something that will work. Sorcerer's burst.
Okay.
If I remember correct, forget if it's like a line or not. But she's going to use that and choose lightning damage for it, so that it will be lightning.
Okay.
It says make a ranged attack roll at one creature. So I don't know if it'll work along.
It's pretty simple for you to do. You're targeting the water, so it's really not.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even
like we're water and
So
stuff.
you're targeting the
Look at
water, and
helping point where she saw it.
it goes off, and you see those shapes moving around. Some of them start violently moving, and then they stop.
Yay, we won.
That should help. But I'll still let one of you guys go first, as you go back behind everybody else.
Can I take a
And
You can tell,
I'm assuming Red looked down the hallway as well.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
there's
just going to
water
say,
in
can
that
I
one
take a
too?
quick peek around the hallway and just see what's...
that was good water too.
More water, guys.
Would you like me to do it again? It is a cantrip. I can do it again.
Let's go
Hey,
the
all
way
right,
we've
sure.
already blasted because it looks like a short stretch of water.
All right.
Well,
Okay,
she would
so
have
who's
to go
going
look
first?
around the corner to know that, but she'd come back and say that.
So who's going first?
Which way?
Not service.
Yeah,
Bottom
which
way.
Hooray.
Okay.
All right. I shall follow thee.
Luka, are you going to be directly behind Gabba or like
Yep,
further
yep.
back?
Yep, I'll have my +1 dagger out in one hand and holding the focus in the other.
Okay, let me check where
Splish,
you are
splash, she
now.
was taking a bath.
Roll me a 20-sided die, Gabba, please.
20-sided die. Rolling now.
Which monster are you going to fade?
A flat 10.
Okay. So you didn't roll under the 5, but you're good.
You rolled a Lich King.
So that's what you see. You move ahead. You see that hazy entrance to obviously a chamber above or ahead, and then you got this hallway that kind of veers off and seems to go around another corner.
Right or left?
Straight.
All right.
Right
No,
is
not
my-
that way. Not that way. Straight up through the water.
Straight doesn't mean turn. That means come back.
There's a door there, by the way.
Okay.
You did get out of look, but they did end in the door in 10 feet. Just so
No,
you know.
your
Yeah,
other
yeah.
mind.
Do I need
Use
to
my
teach
dice
you
a
the
little.
trick? You hold your hand up, and whichever one makes an L, that's the left.
Okay, so you guys are going heading through
Yeah.
into that room, towards that room.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me know when you get there, and who's crossing the threshold.
Hello.
Okay, so you've crossed the threshold in. Let me open up this room.
We're out of the water, thank goodness.
I'm not. But it kind of feels
Roomy.
good on my feet.
Okay, put that up there. And now I have to go and figure out where we are here.
I would say like the whole
Bouncing all
entire
over
time
the place.
Suyvs, I think like the whole entire time Suyvs went through the water, she had like a electric spell just in case. Or not, probably not, but a spell in case something like grabbed her feet, just in case.
Stepping into this chamber, the air grows thick with moisture, and the scent of damp stone fills your nostrils. The wall glistens with condensation, and small pools of water have collected in the uneven cracks along the floor. The ceiling arches high above, faintly illuminated by the reflection of your torchlight dancing across the shallow puddles. At the far end of the chamber, heavy wooden doors on the north wall stands slightly warped from the exposure to dampness. On the west wall, there is another open hallway above you. You kind of see where you're looking around the corner. And it looks to be slightly flooded coming out of that waterway as well. And there's a deep silence that lingers in this room. That's broken only by the occasional drip, drip, drip from somewhere in the room. Yet something feels off. The reflections in the water shift oddly, almost as if they move out of sync with reality.
Oh.
Hey, Luka, you have a long stick. Why don't you poke one of the puddles? She's a
She
little
could do
arty.
that.
She doesn't mind putting her other party members in danger.
Yeah.
She's weird.
She wouldn't mind doing that.
So, what is your intent there, Luka? You're going to go up to a puddle?
Well, yeah, like 5 feet away from the puddle and just kind of reach out with the end of the quarterstaff.
You're kind of
See how deep
investigating
it is. And, yeah.
Okay. Roll me an
If there's
investigation
anything
check
in it.
on the puddle.
I'll let you move her when we get in the rooms and such, Deacon.
Yeah, I will actually pull that up now so I can move.
Yeah, just so I'm not like.
Either
running
that or
into
I can
all
help,
water.
whichever's easiest.
She's probably over about here at this point.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
Fair.
17. I don't think I have any.
A 17?
Let me double check investigation. Oh, I do have a +4. 21.
nice.
The pools where they are as you investigate, they're deeper than they appear.
Oh, kind
Interesting.
of deep.
So they're kind of random throughout the room. And they definitely something could possibly fit under the water.
Oh. I hope it's not red-sized holes.
That's what I was just thinking. You should totally jump in.
Nah. I think I might rust. It's all the water, you know.
Okay, so Suyvs and Red are having an exchange. Gabba, make me a perception check.
Perception. And that is a 22.
Nice.
You hear the stick of like Luka's staff poking into the water, the splash, the tap on the stone. You hear the conversation of Suyvs and Red back and forth down the one little bit of a hallway there. But there's something. You're not sure. For a moment, you listen. There's something else, a whisper. And it's coming from that flooded hallway above where Red's standing.
Oh, dear.
Just again, you really can't hear much. Very unintelligible, but it seems to be repeating the same phrase, whatever it happens to be, over and over and over again.
Interesting.
Hello.
So Gabba down at the bottom of the room yells out, "Hello!" and it echoes through this chamber, and the water itself throughout the chamber ripples, with the sound and the echoes that's here. And by doing so, you see some of the ripples are not going away.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
And is water
Look
supposed
something
to
up now.
She's holding lightning in her hands just in case. she's ready. There's a lot of water. Lightning is ready.
Gabba, Gabba will go
Longsword
up to
in one
the edge
hand
of the
and
water,
crossbow in the other?
Yep.
and she will kind of look out into the water and kind of remember what Suyvs did, or Soups did.
Yeah.
She'll do something similar. What she'll do is she will bring her hands forward together and slam them together and send a thunderclap forward. It's only
Okay.
5 feet
Oh, I got
range, but it's a Constitution saving throw of 13, if that makes a difference. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's 2d6 thunder damage.
Uh-oh.
6.
That's gonna echo through the hallways.
Yeah, so that would be
Oh.
8 thunder damage.
To whatever is in the hallway.
We already said hello.
Whatever happens to be down there, that is 8 points of damage. Thunder damage. Okay. That echoes through everything. It's through. So what you guys notice as this rumble comes through and the water ripples even more, and this time the ripples kind of rise up into wavy like darkness and wisps. So it's only the sound and the echoes are manifesting themselves with water as it bubbles up and forms into this watery, well, wraith-like image
Oh,
in the room. And with that, I need initiatives from everybody.
Yep.
Hi, slap.
Do I get to blast it since I was holding electricity in my hand?
You are holding that spell, so
Yes, I am.
Nat 20.
Didn't get a good initiative, but I at least thought to have a spell. Yay!
Oh, let's see here. That's not good. Actually, that's not bad. 13.
Gabba,
12.
Luka,
23. Nat 20.
Jesus, nice.
Red,
13.
Suyvs,
10.
I don't know why I
Okay,
rolled
so
that.
Suyvs, you had that spell already held, so
Yes.
I will let you go first.
Voice.
Yes, it's the sorcerer's blast again.
Kill it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Fire.
Let's see here. I have to roll. Sorry, I'm looking at the spell. It's roll to attack. Doesn't say what the if it's a save or to hit on my list of information. Why does it not say that?
If you have to roll to hit, if there's a dice roll in there, then it is to hit.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, but it doesn't have. Okay, make a ranged. Oh, there it just says ranged attack. It didn't say a number. That's what threw me off. Okay. So let's see if I hit this thing. Probably not. That plus that. That's only a 6 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 2. I was expecting it to not hit.
Okay, so at the top of the round, Luka, you are the first to react as you've kind of gone further into the room and you just finished poking into this one pool and you notice some of the water rising up out of it and going towards this area. And as you turn to look, there's this image of this water wraith standing in front of you.
Looks like a wraith.
It looks like a wraith made out of water.
Well, let's blast it.
Okay,
He would send off a couple of Eldritch blasts at it.
alrighty.
First one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit. That hits.
All right. So that's that's 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And the next one might have gone wide. It's a 14 to hit.
Yeah, it misses. It goes just wide.
Oh. All right.
Was it where you thought it was?
That is her action. That is her
Okay.
turn.
And that takes us to mine. All
right, no, that's good.
Okay, it's going to move down to there. And
that's fine.
It is. I'm going to do. Yeah, it's going to reach out to touch you. With the 2 attacks, trying to slash at you twice. It is.
Luka?
Yeah, at Luka. So it's a 20 to hit on the first one.
That would hit.
And a 25 to hit on the second one.
Damn.
Obviously, the first one hit. The second one would too.
Okay, so I'm going to roll. I'm not going to take the medium. I'm going to roll a dice. That's 3. Yeah, well, it gives it so 13 from the first hit. Necrotic damage. $18 from the second hit.
Oh,
holy shit!
And you are grappled.
By
its arms.
Ah.
It basically hit you twice and grappled you in. And strangely enough, from this very first moment, you're finding it difficult to breathe.
That's not very nice.
Okay, and that is the end of its turn. And with that, we're going to go to Red. You're up. And Gabba, you're on deck.
Did Gabba not roll higher than me in the initiative?
I think Gabba was 12.
Yeah, Gabba didn't roll high.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you rolled 20 something. All right. I will run up behind it. And first I'll take a slash with my long sword. Hopefully. 24 to hit.
That hits.
So that's 1d8 first off. Is it undead by any chance?
Yeah. Let me figure it. Full type.
I figure it is because it's a ray.
It is actually.
Okay, cool. So then I get an extra 1d6 radiant damage on it. So 4 slashing and 4 radiant damage. Now I'll do my sneak attack damage. 7, 8, 9 sneak attack, which is I think slashing as well. And as bonus action, I will fire my crossbow.
Okay.
Is a dirty 20?
Yep.
Of course, 1. 1 plus 4, 5 piercing damage. Go rogues.
Doesn't look to do that much damage to it.
Well, whatever.
Okay, and that is the end of Red's turn. That takes us to Gabba. You're up.
So, Flavor, she's going to turn and she's going to race across the room. She's going to be like, "Let go!" And for Flavor, she's going to try to dive and yank Luka out of its grasp. Technically, she's using her action to try to free Luka from the grapple.
Okay.
Very good.
Let's do.
That's cool.
Make me a. Well, I need it to hit roll first of all, and then I need an athletics roll.
I'll do an unarmed strike to hit. Ooh.
Yeah, it would be.
It's a 23.
Okay, so you grabbed her. Now roll me an athletics check.
Okay, here's hoping. It's a 10.
You grab her and go to yank and turn, and end up basically
Hold on.
letting go.
Hold on. She is my friend, and I do not like her being hit. No one ever hits Gabba. They always hit Luka. Luka is a good friend. Gabba is going to, because she loves her friend so much, she's going to use her inspiration to roll that athletics one more time to give one more final tug.
All right.
Awesome.
And that is going to be a 24.
All right. So you are now basically here, and you're here, Luka. Basically, what's happened, you've kind of gone, reaped around, you grabbed her and yanked free of the grip and pulled her free of the grasp of this wraith.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now, does it get attack of opportunity?
It will get an attack of opportunity on you. I'm just looking at the. Okay, so Suyvs, you're still on deck. Don't worry. It is. Yeah, it will make that one attack on you. Ooh, actually, it can't use that attack because it's holding on to her, so it has to use the ability. Roll me 20-sided die, Gabba.
20. All right. That is going to be a 9.
Okay. You come down, you've landed, you make a splash as you land. And the water beneath you kind of furls up and all of a sudden grabs a hold of you.
Whoa.
And flings you towards the water wraith. You make a strength saving throw, please.
Strength saving throw. That is going to be, 22.
So you manage not to be thrown towards it, but you feel the urge like this water was trying to shove you right towards that water wraith. This water that you're standing in, it doesn't seem more than a couple of inches thick or deep.
Oh dear.
Huh. Yeah, she's still as long as Luka's safe, that's all she cares about. Is Luka okay?
That's all this thing can do. So Suyvs, you're up. You're muted.
Killing me. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
I didn't think so. So she flings another lightning jolt, but it doesn't work. She misses again. Slippery little thing.
All right, so that's Suyvs' turn. That takes us to the top of the round. Luka, you are up, and you're not held anymore. So there we go.
Luka is going to use her healing light, 3 of her healing pool points to heal herself.
Okay.
I rolled 16 points.
Nice.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Yep.
So, for her next action, bonus action. I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on that thing.
Okay.
Right, and that needs to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
$23.
Passes. So it's going to take half as much damage. Nine points. So that would be 4.
What kind of damage is that?
Psychic. 4 psychic.
4 points of psychic damage?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty.
Turn.
It's her turn, and then that takes it to me. Who is she going to go for? Red, you haven't hit it yet, have you? Yeah, you did hit it once.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did a bunch of damage to it. The longsword is magical, by the way. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Yeah, that's why you did damage with the longsword.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Actually, it's going to try and go with Luka again. So it's going to try and get her back.
Oh, that's not nice.
17 on the first hit.
Just hits.
Oh dear, and a 20 on the second one.
That hits.
So you get 2 hits again, and again I'm going to roll the dice. And
Not being very lucky.
More in your favor this time.
You're going to need to revive, yeah.
It's 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 points in the first one. And that's necrotic. Goodness, and that was 2 and a 3, so 5 and 3 is 8. And 8 points in the second one. But like the first time, you are grappled. And you feel that same feeling once again. Like the water's being
Could you say something to the others?
Yeah, you can talk, but you're just really short of breath.
Clear away. Clear away.
Clear away?
Get away.
Okay. And that's all it's doing at this point. So that will take us to the next up, which is Red. You're up.
Right back.
First things first. First things first, I will take a slash with a sword, but I'll probably miss with a 9.
Yep. The moment your sword goes through, its incorporeal body just kind of dissipates and then reforms again.
All right. And I will cunning action disengage and move over here.
Okay, so you have disengaged. Roll me a 20-sided die.
Sure. 18. Of course, I couldn't get that from an attack.
You realize that where you stood was like a really unstable piece of flooring, and you've moved and you adjusted yourself so you don't fall. You managed to catch yourself. It looks like that could have been limping.
And that's the end of my turn, unfortunately.
Okay. And then that takes us to Gabba. You're up.
Yeah, Gabba hears Luka. Luka's like, clear away. And Gabba like reaches up and pats Luka's hand and nods. And then she's like, give back! And she will rage, bring out kind of the cat form, and use her rage to, again, yank Luka out of the creature.
Okay. So you same thing. You're going to have to make me a to-hit roll.
A to-hit roll. That is going to be... 12.
You don't grab a hold of her. You miss. Just with your fit of rage and anger, you go forward and like nothing. You thought there was cloth there.
Sorry, all I could picture was the creature playing Keep Away from Gabba. Sorry.
My!
Hand is on your forehead. Get away.
That ends Gabba's turn.
Okay, so that was Gabba. And we now take it to Suyvs. You are up.
So Suyvs is irritated that she missed twice, so she's like, Mama, this is nice. Go. And she will, she rolled really well this time. 17 plus 6. That's I did that part of the adding. A 23 to hit.
23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that hits.
and she is using a witch bolt instead at 2nd level, and that is
Yep.
10 lightning damage as it arcs between her and the creature.
Smash! The lightning goes off. Definitely hurts her.
Yep.
For certain.
And that's a sustaining one, so she's going to sustain it. And she is going to step back a little bit, but still hold on to the witch bolt, so because she said to get out of the way.
Okay. So that reaches to the end of the round. Top of the round again, Luka. You are grappled at this point. 1, make me a strength check.
Okay. Lousy roll with that. I have trouble breathing, don't you know?
Yes, you guys are noticing right now. Even though this thing doesn't be holding her too tightly, she seems to be having a hard time breathing. And you rolled a what?
8.
An 8. Oh, dear. I will roll a dice for this as well.
Oh dear, he says.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. So 6 points. 6 points of necrotic damage. As it feels like your lungs getting tighter, almost like you're swallowing water, and you really are having a hard time talking at this point. It's like you're gurgling, and you did fail your saving throw, so you're So you can still flail around, but you do
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it is your turn, top of the round. So you can.
I'm definitely going to use my healing pool to try to heal up some.
Is that a spell or an ability? I don't think you can cast
ability.
While being grappled. It's ability, so you're good. So you can do it while being grappled. You're good.
So I heal up 16 points. That's it for all my healing pool points.
Okay. So you've healed yourself there, and that is the end of your turn. So it takes it to mine again, and it's holding you.
Wait. So my action was to try to break free?
Well, that was a target. Start of your. Oh wait, was that a bonus action you just did for
That's
healing?
a bonus action. Yep.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay, then go ahead. Sorry, you got an action.
Yeah. So you said I can't cast spells being as grappled as I am?
You could attack it, but you're going to get a disadvantage.
Well, but spells would be limited. I don't think you can have verbal components since you're.
No, you can't have while you're being grappled. You can't have verbal or semantic components at all. There's no way. When verbal, you're having a hard time.
Unless you had a sorcerer skill that bypassed that.
Played that way before. What if you're just? Never mind. I'll ask this question later. Okay, so let's see. Something that doesn't have verbal components.
Yeah, no verbal, no semantic. So material only.
Yeah, because he's got.
I don't think there are any of those.
Unless you have an ability that allows you to bypass something, but I don't think you do.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that doesn't require verbal.
So a physical attack is going to be your only real option.
Stab it with a dagger.
Okay, you try to stab it with a dagger.
Can I? Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, so I had out my the dagger is magical.
Okay.
It is when I had out is a shadow bane +1, which adds a 1d4 if it's undead. So I gotta hit first.
It's undead.
That is a 22 to hit.
And it hits.
So that is 7 points plus 3. 10 points.
Okay, excellent. At the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. And because on its turn, it is still holding you. It can do that. And it can do
I have
this.
a question. I have played many times before we've been grappled, and we were able to misty step out of it. So you're saying I can't even misty step out of it?
Yeah, I'm basically saying that if the Misty Step requires you to do a verbal verbal right now because you're not able to speak. So I mean, so even if it's a semantic component, you're grappled. You're being held. How are you making gestures and moving?
Yeah,
Like I'm
it's
just
Misty Step requires verbal, and you're kind of muted at the moment.
so normally you
Yeah,
probably
like
would have been able to
some,
Misty Step, but
yeah,
now you
normal
can't.
grapples you would be able to because you'd still be able to talk, but this one you can't because you can't talk.
Okay. So it doesn't just have like a hold of my arm or something. You're telling me it's like smothering me all in water.
It's got like its two watery arms are wrapping and coiling themselves around you like serpents, and they're holding you.
And you don't have the air in your lungs to belt out
And it actually feels
words.
like your lungs are filling up more and more with water as you're going.
Okay. All right.
Except this water, it's burning a lot more than normal water does. It feels like there's darkness in you. It hurts. Okay, where are we? That was the end of. Oh no, I was figuring out if he was going to do it on my turn. Yeah, he can't do anything. So it's just going to sit there and hold you because it did not recharge that round for its watery pull attack. Okay, so next up would be Red. You're up. Gabby, you're on deck.
All right. Yeah, I'll go back again. And I'll slashy slash with my sword and do all that fun stuff.
Okay.
There. Hopefully hit. Dirty 20 to hit.
That it's. Sure
Let's
does.
see. Come on.
I'm going to snap into a
The 8 magical slashing. We roll and 8 magical slashing. Oh, fuck yeah, beautiful. 8 magical slashing, 6 radiant damage. I'll roll my sneak attack. 3, 6, 8 for my sneak attack. And then I'll crossbow. But I'll miss horribly.
Okay. And that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Gabba, you're up.
Gabba's just gonna swing at this thing. Like, let go! So she's gonna take two claw swipes at it. First swipe is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hit.
That is going to be 5 slashing. And then the follow-up claw is 21 to hit for another 6 slashing. And she's just growling into this water thing, or no, hissing like.
Your slashes don't seem to be doing as much damage as they normally should.
It's fine. But that's it. That ends your turn.
Okay, and Suyvs, you're up.
So I pre-rolled. What's that? 13 lightning damage as the arc continues.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
I think she just
Words are
kind
not
of,
merciful.
you know, I think you just see this extra like burst of electricity kind of build up and arc across, you know, like that extra like ball of energy, arc across the the line of electricity and hit it and kind of like wrap around the creature and electrify it.
Fizzle it out.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So this thing dissipates, and all of a sudden, all the waters in the room calm and actually lower a little bit.
How much damage does Luka take from that, if any? She says
Yeah.
the electricity hits.
No, nothing. You're actually fine.
Good.
If you guys are searching the room, I'm going to need 3
Nope,
investigators.
Luka's sitting down. You can see even after all that, she's bloodied.
So Luke is taking a rest.
Yeah.
If anybody's searching the room, I need a investigation check.
Sure.
Help limit with searching.
I will build for success myself.
I would suggest, Luka, if you have a way to heal yourself, that might be a good idea. I rolled low.
Gabba is
I
already
did.
working in some spit into the wounds, and casts 12 points of healing spit. And she casts Cure Wounds, but that's her flavor.
I love it. I love it.
Healing spit.
I feel a lot
Nice.
better, thank you.
Glad to help.
Both disturbed and healed.
You never thought you'd hear you, so I would say.
I rolled an 11 for my investigation.
Anybody else looking as well, or no?
I did, but I rolled really low.
Yeah,
Okay. So with the 11, you actually do find a tarnished silver pendant in one of the pools.
hey,
It's got a depiction of some knight on it, and there was an inscription at one point, you can tell, but it's been worn away by time. It's worth about 25 gold pieces.
yeah, I'll show it to the rest of the party. And hey, look what I found. It's some knight guy. I don't know. Looks pretty though. I could probably sell it for a couple of bucks.
Good
More
find,
than
better
that.
than me.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Luka? You all right?
Well, better after Gabba's healing.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
We run into something like that again, and it
Couple
keeps
of good
hitting like
hits
it
there.
did. I'll be in trouble.
Oh, do we want to continue then, or?
Gabba good.
What's in here?
Stepping through the doorway from the south, you enter a small, slightly rectangular chamber. I mean, if you're looking at it, it looks like it's a little bit elongated, but it's about round or square. Sorry, it's about 15 feet by 15 feet, but it looks a little bit longer one way than the other. The walls are covered with faded arcane ruins carved into the stone. The air here is stagnant. The flickering light from your torches barely pushing back the oppressive darkness. At the center of the room sits a cracked stone basin, its surface dry and coated in dust, though faint traces of silvered residue hint at its former purpose. To the west, an open archway leads into darkened corridors, the path beyond veiled in thick shadow. The chamber is silent, save for the occasional faint whispering, though whether it comes from beyond the archway or from the chamber itself is unclear.
Gabba's going to kind of take a step in the room. She's going to concentrate and open her eyes and just kind of sniff it out. She's casting Detect Magic to see if there's any magic or magic residue left over in the room.
Okay. Well, that pretty well sums up a lot of the stuff in this particular room.
Too much!
Oh my God, I'm blind!
You find that a lot of these sigils on the wall and ruins are definitely, there is magical residue with each and every one of them. They are protective sigils that were once used to shield this room from outside interference. There is magical residue at that scrying basin in the middle, which is exactly what that is. It is a scrying pool that's used by, at one time in the past, by former inhabitants to observe distant places. A lot of different markings on it as you go, and as well, there's something in those whispers. Those whispers are magical in nature, or being enhanced magically, and there's something to them. If only you could understand the language that they were speaking in.
Uh,
Yeah.
magic, scrying, magic. She's not being
I was going
overly
to ask you what you saw.
articulate, but she's relaying that there's kind of magic everywhere. I don't think she's shared about the whispers. She's still trying to process that and figure that out first.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'll come into the room and kind of look around. What can I see down this path, or is it like a doorway? Or
It's a doorway.
okay, cool.
One of those darkened.
I'll just investigate the room.
That's what I was about to do too.
This may be a safe room for resting later, if we remember.
True.
Okay, so you investigate all of the room itself. You find, again, you really don't find any particular objects per se in the room, but you do. Again, you notice the same things, these markings, these etchings, these ruins, these scribes around the room, and they're purposely placed there. How close do you get to certain things? Like there is, as I said, there is the scrying basin in the middle. Are you investigating specifically the basin?
I think I'm looking at the walls, getting a close up to the walls and kind of investigating the ruins and things like that.
I think we'll take care of the basin part.
Sorry, what's that?
Suyvs will look at the basin.
Okay, so we will get to that. As for Red, make me an insight check.
7, but I'll build for success myself to add a D4, because why not? 10.
Okay, you needed a 10. For just a moment, one of those whispers that are around that you pick up on occasionally is clear. You actually hear it.
Ooh.
It says the way is sealed. The waters watch. And Suyvs, you are investigating the scrying basin. You definitely see these scratch markings along the rim. Looks like maybe someone had tried to knock it over or disrupt it in some way. It's dry, as I mentioned, there's no liquid in it of any kind. And as you're examining it a little bit more closely. So you were looking at the basin, and as you reach down and you touch one side, it looked like it was wobbling a little bit, or you can move it, and you went and you touched the ones, and as soon as you touched it, all of a sudden all of the dust forms in the middle that was inside this thing, and all of a sudden it pools up and forms this thing standing in front of you.
This was made out of dust, huh? That's interesting.
Bro.
Yeah, it smells like rot and decay is what it smells like. So I do need at this point, again, initiatives.
Well, I can't say we aren't finding all of the ghosties.
Give me some good.
Finding everything in here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I roll here? Oh, that's not bad for me. Okay, Gabba.
14.
Better than last time. Luka.
You're muted, Luka.
Luka. Oh, Luka.
Okay, that is a 22.
Yay.
22. Just a little bit less than last time. Red, you're up. What?
23.
Oh, yeah, nice. That's an improvement. And Suyvs.
18. Better than last time.
That's an improvement, too. Wow, you guys did awesome. Excellent. Top of the round this time is Red, what's going on? What are you doing?
I'm gonna move it into the corner and stab the stinky man in the back.
Okay.
Try to, anyways. 16 to hit.
16 hits it.
Oh my god! All right, stinky man, time to go down. Is it by any chance undead?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. So it takes 9 slashing plus 6 radiant damage. And I'll do my sneak attack. It's a really good one. Wow, that's a really good one. 11, 13 for sneak attack. And then I'll bonus action crossbow it. Oh, maybe. 12, 13 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yay, rogues.
Excellent. That would be Luka. You're up. And
Okay,
Suyvs, you're on deck.
Luka's gonna cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
Okay.
Do you want to move into the room
that-
at all?
No, I think I'll stay there.
After last time, you really think she'd want to come in?
That's an adventure, I tell you.
And then that brings us to Suyvs. You're up.
All right. She pulls out the same spell that you've seen her do quite a few times. You know, that you can tell by the components and stuff. But this time, it's not electricity. This time, it's water. And she will roll. She will. It's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
For 6 damage, water damage. Her goal is to douse it so that, yes, it's dust. She's thinking maybe she can, like, weigh down the dust and make it, like, muddy instead.
How much damage was that again?
That was 6.
Seemed to do more damage than it should have.
Yes!
Ooh, very nice. Good to know.
Hey, at least my brain was thinking properly. This is why I like these spells. I can change the damage type. And this is why Suyvs likes them.
Okay, so
You'll
at
say
this point-
she definitely favors the water and the electricity, if you haven't noticed.
Does this thing seem like it has a big, long reach, or is it just a normal 5-foot reach? From what I've seen of it swinging. Or have I seen it swinging?
We'll find out.
Okay, so it's going to 1.
Why are everybody? Oh,
It-
you know.
It literally walked right through you guys. You feel it enter your body.
Creepy.
It's
Nope.
definitely a chill and cold and dark, and then all of a sudden it leaves. And then Luka, you feel the same thing as it passes right through you. And you have this feeling in the back of your neck right now as you're looking at Gabba that it's behind you.
Don't like it.
Why do all the creatures go after?
They're after Luka today. For some reason.
I know. Man, if I had bait and switch right now, I'd swap with her, but I don't.
Yeah, really.
Besides, I'm not the good one to do that anyway.
What did you?
I will say,
Dilemmas.
Suyvs is very happy she
No,
did not walk behind Luka.
You hear the whispering again that you've been hearing here now, but it's concentrated behind your back, and it turns into almost like a shriek. And 16 to hit.
Well, according to this, that just hits.
Okay. You take 2d8 plus 3 psychic damage.
Oh man.
9 plus 3 is 12. 12 psychic damage.
Okay.
Poor Luka.
And you got a headache. It's definitely behind you. That's the end of my turn, and that takes us to Gabby. You're up.
So, all right, she's finally in front. She can protect everyone. She's ready to go after it. It's gone. It's on Luka. What the heck? And she dives past Luka and tries to grapple it. Stop! Okay. So she will make a grapple attempt on this thing.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
As you turn and charge towards it, you're going to have to make an unarmed strike.
Okay. That is going to be
something that just walked through you and you could try to grapple it.
I know, Brad, that's what I was thinking. But it is Gabba.
Well, she got a 9. The unicorn dice were not kind.
So you dive through Luka, and you come through on the other side a little bit short. And as you look up, this thing is looking down at you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw versus its haunting gaze.
Oh no! So it was right. It's like
dirty 20.
Okay, so you're not paralyzed for a run. You feel a stiffening of the joints, though. You're just like, oh, no, that's bad. you fight it off. Not a problem. And that takes us now to the top of the round, which is red. You are at the very top, my friend. And where'd you go?
Here. Am I able to squeeze through to like over? Yeah, I guess you can't really see, can you? To like
pretty much right now, Gabba and Luka are kind of in the same square.
Okay. Is it possible to squeeze past them?
Like where? Where do you want to
go? To the lower, like right here.
I'd say roll to see if you can do it.
I would say you're going to have to do an acrobatics or an athletics check to get through them.
Right, cool. That doorway's really packed.
Make an acrobatics.
It's like a phone.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make an acrobatics check. I was gonna say I'll do like a cool flip, but in mid-turn, I'll like bounce off the side of the top of the wall so that I'm angled diagonally down. Oh, that's good. 18.
You made it. Your target was 14. You were going against the DC of it trying to hit you.
That's fair. All right. So then
you're in that spot.
I will do my slashy shooty stuff.
So this little mechanical gear forge just kind of bounces off walls in between the two of you guys and up and over.
Dear, that's not gonna hit. That's gonna miss with a 9.
Yep, falls short.
Yeah,
you were just cool getting over here. Yeah, ran out of cool.
I want to do something fun. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use fast hands to make a sleight of hand check to see if I can pickpocket it. Because I can. I don't want to shoot with a crossbow. How about 26?
Yeah, you do pickpocket it.
Yoink. That's one of the things I can do in battle.
Very handy. Literally handy.
Yeah. Miss when I crouch. I like dig in with my sword. I kind of reach into his pocket.
Yeah, you actually, you can take 13 points of psychic damage.
Oh no!
But you also do pull your hand away with a small silver medallion. It's got the engraving of a symbol resembling a water droplet on it.
I'll take that.
Yoink. Worth 35 gold pieces, and you can make me a religion check if you like.
Yeah, sure. That's the end of my turn, brother.
Yep.
That's cool.
10 for religion.
10. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is. It's a nice looking silver medallion.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Religion's not my strong point.
All right.
That's
And
pen.
that was the end of your turn. Now it takes us to Luka. You're up.
So it's still right there next to me, right?
Yep.
Okay, so she takes her Shadowbane dagger and brandishes it, making a melee attack on it, and the thing becomes just sheathed in this energy as she rolled a 18 to hit,
Yep, it hits.
and that would be 9 points of dagger damage and 5 points of thunder damage from Booming Blade.
Ooh,
9.
very cool.
It's a 9 and 2, so it's 11. Okay.
And
Hard to
when until the start of my next turn, if it moves more than 5 feet, it'll take more damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Honestly,
and
I
that
think
takes
that's
you to Suyvs.
That's
You're
my
up.
turn.
All right. A 22 to hit with the same spell, the water spell, and that is 4 water damage.
4 water damage.
Basically. Yeah,
Okay.
Very cool.
yeah. And honestly, I commend Luka for her idea because with him moving the last turn, I could see him wanting to move again. So I like that she used the booming blade.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. Booming blade is cool.
I think that was smart.
Yeah, very much so.
So that's it for your
Normally I
turn.
don't use
Suyvs?
that spell, but yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So it's going to make a move. Who will it make a move? It's going to a choice of all 3 of you. Maybe it'll do that. Luka, now that you've turned around and looked at it, make me a wisdom saving throw.
No problem.
As you meet its
That
gaze.
is a 21.
Okay, you manage to resist, but you feel this chill in your bones, and everything just starts to kind of wanting to stop and freeze, and you pull free of it. You're fine, and that's basically its action at this turn.
Do I still have a
and
headache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, it is up to Gabba. You're up. Red, you're on deck.
Gabba is going to. She's not going to rage, but she's going to try to push it back. It's like, get back, and do a shove on it. Target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. Of DC is 8 plus your strength, 13 plus your proficiency bonus. I don't know what that is for me.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, so it's just push back 5 feet.
Okay.
Now, does that trigger the ability, or is it not back far enough?
What was it, Luka? Is it back more than 5 feet? Or does it say 5 feet?
It says, I believe it's more than 5 feet. Let me see what it says. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that's Gabba's turn.
If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, before that.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it had to.
Hey, good try. Good try.
So it didn't. So it's not going to take it.
So just being a little
All right,
pushy.
Top of the round, Red, and it looks like this thing just got pushed closer to you.
Hi. I'm gonna circle around behind it.
Yep.
And do my stuff with my stuff. That probably misses. An 8 misses, I'm assuming.
It sure does.
Is it too late to use steady aim to give myself advantage?
Yeah, you know what? We'll say you would have done it.
All right, cool. Oh no, I can't use that because I moved. Never mind. Nope.
Okay.
Can't do that. That it goes against the rules. But yeah, I'll just shoot it with a crossbow. Whatever.
Okay.
Much better. 25 to hit.
You hit.
All right, cool. And there's actually good. Actually, that works. I can still get my sneak attack damage. Okay, so 1c6. So 7 piercing damage, and I'll roll sneak attack. It's actually really good. 9, 10, 11, 12 for sneak attack.
Okay, nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. And that brings us to Luka. Luka, you're up. Suyvs, you're on deck.
If Luka moves back next to Suyvs, can she still have clear line of sight to shoot Eldritch Blast at it? Blast?
If you were to move back here, yeah, you won't.
No, there. No,
Just if
there,
you-
just
Right here. Sorry.
yeah, next to Suyvs. Back, just back
Next
like
to
5
Suyvs.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit it.
Okay, then we'll do that. Shooting a couple Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
First one is a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Next one, 26 to hit.
That's
Hits.
better.
Find my D10. Oh, that's a 10. That's 14.
14 damage. How do you want to do it?
Nice.
Ah,
Very
you
nice.
see her back through the doorway and shoot 2 blasts at it. One just goes wide and the other one just smacks into him. And you said he's kind of made of dust type thing?
Yeah, it's like a undead dust.
So the Eldritch Blast hits and just, you see it just explode outward and dissipate into fine dust.
Vaporize the thing.
I got
Okay.
a ghost on me.
And Gabba's stamping out what's left of the dust. Bad, bad, bad.
Yeah, Lucas says that thing nasty. It did something to your mind. It gave me a headache, and then it tried to do something else, but make it feel like cold. But I managed.
Yeah, that's a spectral watcher. They are resistant to acid, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
And
They are immune to cold, necrotic, poison, charmed, exhaustion, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poison, prone, and restrained.
holy
Wow. I
Jesus.
got lucky with the one I chose, huh?
Even
They're a challenge rating
if you had
3.
tried to grapple it, I would say even if you had tried to grapple it, it wouldn't have mattered because it's immune to.
And I didn't know. Gabba's
is
like, gonna grab
Yeah.
it this time.
Yeah, sure. No, that's crazy.
The fact that he purposely said he was trying to grab Luka, that's why I asked him, like, how are you doing it? He's like, I'm going to grab
Oh,
Luka
yeah.
and pull her free. I'm like, well, because if he had went to grapple it, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. That's crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
So good
Okay.
job. Good
Wow.
job on that one.
Yeah.
And you guys do manage, like, you search the room again, and the only thing that you've turned up, Red, is, again, you have that object that you found, one medallion with the water drop on it. So
I'll show that to the rest of the party and see if anybody else can make sense of it. Because my religion is.
you guys can make religion checks.
Being in a tavern, I may have heard something at some point.
I grabbed this out of the
to 10.
the dust guy, stinky guy's pocket while we were fighting. I don't know anything about it, but I think maybe one of you guys does.
15 for Suyvs on a religion.
Okay. Anybody else trying it?
Come on, Gabba.
No? That's it?
What were we doing?
Checking to see the roll. You got a
What do you
15
mean?
for your 15 for your roll, Suyvs, to see whether you recognize anything about the medallion.
I showed you the
religion
locket
check.
that I
Yeah, I
found
only
during
got
the
a
battle
10,
and
so.
for a religion.
A religion check?
Yeah.
Can Luka make
Yes,
one?
please.
Sure. So far, Suyvs knows, but
I got dirty 20.
okay. Well, you guys both kind of look at it, and you come to the conclusion pretty early on, Luka. But Suyvs, as well, you're looking at it, and you're like, hey, yeah, it's a symbol of. I mean, there are the gods that are everybody's accepted as the gods, but there were primitive gods that were at one time mentioned and people worship. It might have been spirits, they might have been, they could have been anything. But this one was a water god, the symbol of an ancient water god. You're not sure any details about them, other than the fact that it's like a long forgotten deity or a person of worship. Or entity of worship, anyway.
Neat.
Okay.
So, again, that's something that if you're the player that has that and you want to keep track of that little bit of tidbit of information, that's just more power to you. But if not, then it's just a locket that's worth 35 gold pieces. So,
Okie doke.
all right. So, what are you guys doing at this point? We have about 20 minutes left. So we've got some hallway exploration if you want to do that. I think if you find another room, it might be time to take a pause.
Outdoor 9 to the left is water.
Water was over here. This is a long hallway. You guys know what that hallway is.
Yeah.
You guys have been down that hall.
The door.
The one opposite where Luka is.
Up here.
Yeah. There.
That door you haven't looked out at yet.
Now, I will add real quick that Gabba right now is Luka's shadow. Too many things have beeline to Luka that she is keeping a close eye on her.
I know. Suyvs was actually going to
That's
turn to one. Are you all right, Luka? We keep getting hit by
Like, you can see she's bloodied still. But, or once again, I should say. But, yeah, I'll be
you
fine,
might
she
want to
says.
spit on her again. And then she'll also say, is there something about you and spirits? They seem to like you.
So.
Work.
You'll
Another
be,
8 points of healing.
So 8 more points of healing.
Spit
Luka?
healing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Is anybody sticking their head out the
do
door?
we want to see what's behind the door up here?
Yes, go ahead, Red. I think you've been doing quite well with our door.
Yeah. I'll check it for traps and stuff.
It's just one of those open passageways.
All right, cool.
And there it is.
Oh,
There's 2 offshoots that go off to the right, and then there's one to the left. It appears you have to go through water either way, or to the far. If you go further down, but you don't have to go through water to go to the first turn off. But at the very end, it seems to turn left into the hallway that you already looked down.
Yeah.
What
I would recognize that as where I like where I.
It's pretty common sense, and you're kind of looking at the orientation that, for the most part, looks like that.
Making my way over here.
Okay, so you get to that
Make 'em away.
spot.
I will say,
along behind him.
Suyvs will like electrify the water again if they give her a chance to, just to
Yeah,
help.
that's fine. However, in the meantime,
Hmm.
let's go. We just did number 9. Okay. I need a
Oops, sorry.
person that red. I need a D20 from you.
Sure. An 11.
Okay, an 11. All right. Yeah, you walk down the hall. You're at that point, so you haven't detected anything other than what you see. So what are you doing?
That's not
at this
scary
point?
at all.
Yeah.
So we head up.
I mean, it looks like a
Right there.
normal hallway, I guess.
Are you headed up? Are you headed across the water, or what are you doing?
I will add.
Well, we
Gabba,
know it's across the water.
Sorry.
No,
Gabba
go
might
ahead.
still have detect magic up. I think it lasts an hour. So if there's anything spotted along the way,
Because you made a point to reference it, make me a perception check.
perception check it is. Come on, unicorn dice, which I picked specifically for Luka. That's a 2 for a 7 total.
Yeah, you have no clue. Okay.
Awesome.
Why have you failed me?
Do you want to go ahead, Gabba, or do you want me to? Or does Luka want to go ahead? Or Dag? Suyvs?
Gabba's
me.
protect Luka. Red try this time. It's perfect safe.
Yeah, okay, why don't I? Yeah, sure. I'll take a look upstairs. What's going on? Or up here, I should say.
Are you going up?
Yeah, sure. Nothing bad ever happened from going up, right, guys?
Up, down, down, left, right.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Now I do need another. I need another 20-sided die roll, please.
Oh, sure. 7.
Okay. And then who's at the back? Suyvs. Suyvs, can you roll me a D6, please?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I'm getting lower.
That's right. We didn't really.
6.
Okay. Make me a red. Maybe a survival check.
Sure. What's my survival?
Ouch.
What is my survival? My survival is 17.
Okay. You managed to just barely step out of the way as the stone footing that you were on just kind of gave way, and it fell down into some kind of open cavity beneath where you're walking. Of darkness and dank water. Like it just looks nasty down there. Looks like it could have hurt if you fell, for sure.
There's a big hole in the floor, guys. Just you're gonna have to like jump over, or is it just like in a 5-foot square?
Yeah, not even like maybe 3 feet.
All right, cool. All right.
Kind of move around it.
Yeah, I would say I'll try to do like an acrobatic leap over.
Into water? Oh no.
Over the hole.
Sploosh. It's fine.
Where's that? Right there. Okay.
Like a
So-
John Wick corner run.
That's what you're seeing.
I mean, it seems okay. I'm gonna move forward a little bit more, and I'll poke my head up here. Oh, the very long hallway.
The door at the end, or you can go around the corner in the water.
Can I check down this hallway to see if I can notice any trappy areas?
Make me a survival roll. With the long hallway towards the door?
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Away from the water. Yeah.
I'm gonna add my last build for success to that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Luka, do you want to
9.
join
9?
Gabba or no?
Yeah, I'll step out of the way if somebody else wants to take.
Okay, who wants to go look?
We're
You don't really
looking.
know.
Luka will go look. Yep.
I don't trust this hallway. I don't know why. I got a bad.
Big long
sense.
hallway.
What's that?
It's just a big long hallway, as far as you know.
Yeah. Well.
Are you going first, Luka?
Luka said she was gonna check it.
No, I did. I'm just going along with you.
Yeah, so you guys are standing in this long hallway.
Ah, fine. Walk. Look,
Okay,
it's
so
fine.
Gabby, you get all the way to the door. It's a locked door.
All right, fine.
Look, it's fine.
Follows along.
Go fix door.
I'll move Gabba.
I think Suyvs like peeking around the corner. Open the door first.
I'll go and check the door.
Suyvs is still back here, like looking around the corner. Open the door first, then I'll come in the hallway.
Okay. I'll check the door for traps, and then if it's untrapped.
Okay, check your traps. Make the roll.
What do I do for that? A survival?
Investigation.
Investigate. Oh, good. I'm not gonna do that.
Or perception, I
guess. 3.
Yeah, you don't think it's trapped.
All right, I'll push it open.
Okay. You well, it's still locked.
Oh,
Not trapped.
well, I'll try to unlock it.
Okay.
Try to pick it.
Do a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm really good at that. 24.
You hear it unlock. You hear the locking pins release,
Oh,
and you open the door.
I'll very slowly and stealthily open the door.
Okay. Let me move it down the list.
After you very slowly and stealthily open the door, Gabba looks down the hall. Door open now.
Okay, then she'll join.
As this locked door creaks open, you look into a spacious stone chamber, about 20 feet by 25 feet. The air here is stale and heavy, tinged with a metallic scent of rust and something far older. Massive iron chains, as thick as a man's arm, hang from the vaulted ceiling, their rusted links swaying slightly as if disturbed by an unseen presence. The southern wall dominates the room's attention. The ornate double door, far grander than any other seen in these ruins, stands shut. The door is heavily reinforced, its surface inlaid with arcane symbols that pulse faintly with a dim light. A large double locking mechanism bars entry, and the air around it crackles with latent energy, hinting at a dangerous trap, perhaps waiting to be sprung. The wall bears deep scratches, evidence of something or someone desperately trying to escape or force entry. A sense of foreboding lingers in this chamber, pressing against your every thought.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they
That's for
imprisoned something rather large and nasty in here, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll go in and move around the corner.
Well, that big old door over there is probably to stop it from getting out. This is probably the prison chamber, whatever thing that was in here, right? Chains are here.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's another route around that leads back up to the door that we see that's locked here.
Hey, Fred, can you see see if you can open that or not. That door you were saying is there.
Oh.
You can do it.
I
Is
don't
that a
have
good
to.
idea?
No, it seems like it has magical protection.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Well,
that
it
that's the
looks
best
like it.
idea.
Well,
Do you
the
look at
marks
the door?
of entry are on this side.
Yeah, you know what? I will go over to about here and see what I can see from the door. I don't want to get too close, but close enough that I can make a good inspection of it.
You're gonna have to get like maybe 5 feet away from it.
Yeah, all right. I'll move up.
Okay. So you move into the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to about there. It is definitely it's a beautifully made door, heavy wooden door with blackened iron reinforcement, covered in arcane sigils. This double locking mechanism. You've heard of locks like this. This is like masterwork locks,
Yeah, sure.
and there's 2 of them that normally requires 2 different keys. It's not unpickable. You've heard of thieves that can pick it, but
We found a key. Can we see if the key we found
you
one
did
of our
find
pretty
a key earlier on.
might fit it?
But that's all you've noticed. You don't know. You haven't checked for traps yet or anything else.
Sure.
You're just looking at the door, and it looks like amazing.
I mean, I'll check it for traps, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna check. Can I check? Yeah, I'll check it for traps.
You can make an Arcana or Investigation for your detect traps.
They're both -1s. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, you don't detect a trap.
It looks safe, but doors like this are always, I don't know. You said we had a key. Let's try the key first before I try to break the lock.
Well, you take out the key and you go to insert it into the first spot. It won't even fit.
No.
You go to the second spot. It inserts, and you turn it.
Hmm.
You turn it some more, a little bit more. Click.
All right. Well,
And it seems to be unlocked.
Sounds like
It seems to have unlocked that one particular tumbler. Now you
Do
just
we-
have to pick the other one.
Do we want to look around for the other key, or
There were
If
a
you can
couple
pick
of areas we didn't check.
We only have one to pick now.
I can try to pick it. It's probably going to be easier now. I mean, it's still
Just
probably
be careful,
difficult.
there is arcane magic.
Gabba,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm concerned about.
Gabba will try to help you, since I'm guessing if she still has detect magic up. Basically, what she's doing is what is it now? Oh, she's casting guidance on you, so
Okay, cool.
gives you a D4, but she's kind of assisting you for flavor.
All right, cool. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll
We'll
try to
move back on the other side of the door while they're checking that door.
pretty high sleight hand.
You can do
Trust me,
this. Gabba, believe in you.
I kept you in the back just in case. Both Suyvs and Luka are not in the room.
Dirty 20 plus guidance is 22.
Okay. And you were 22 to pick the lock. You have picked the lock. You hear it click.
Ho, ho, ho. Wow. The boys are never going to believe this one. Do I want me to just open the door? Oh.
Is it still? When does Gabba's detect magic run out?
Well, at this point, you probably after this room.
Okay. I didn't want to keep abusing it. It's like seeing what it's doing.
How long does detect magic work?
Fortune papers of old.
I think Suyvs will point out.
Okay, but how long does the detect magic work?
I'm looking it up.
I think it's like a minute.
I think it's 10
Or 10
Is it a
minutes
minute?
even.
Okay.
I'll find out with this special ability. Sorry, Suyvs, go on.
I was just gonna say, what we might want to do is whoever is the strongest at handling a trap be the one that opens the door, and everyone else stand outside the hallway. So we only have one person injured, and then and might even say have Gabba knock through the door since you can heal. That way you're safe in case we need someone to heal.
But
So
Gabba
maybe
not
have
want
Red
friends.
open the door.
Yeah, I don't mind opening the door. I'll take whatever comes.
All right.
Gabba, I
So,
think you should step out though.
Be
all right.
safe.
So, that,
Oh,
I like that. Be safe.
I'll wait
Gabba,
till
believe in you.
so how
Yeah.
far is everybody
Thank
back
you.
from Red?
Are you done yet?
I'll wait
Hurry
Are you
up!
still like 10,
very carefully.
10 feet away there, Gavin?
She's right here.
So you're right in the
Keep
room?
going
I
in and
will
out the door.
carefully-
She's right
Keep going in and out of the
outside.
door.
You're a little lagged. She's just outside the room in the hallway.
Okay.
I will very carefully push the door open.
Okay, well, you do, it pulls open into the room. You open these double sets of doors. As you do, this wave of ominous, foreboding darkness just kind of washes over you. I need a Constitution saving throw for half damage.
Fun.
4d6 necrotic damage.
That's 11.
Okay, so you take the full amount. It's only 9 points of necrotic as this burst of necrotic energy just hits you. And the door opens. And what the door opens to?
Ooh. I didn't know robots could feel like this.
Are you okay? Is it done yet?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, he's
Yes.
okay.
Do that
Oh.
before we go to where is it? This over here. Where is that? Where the hell did it go? Is it here?
Oh, nope.
Ooh,
No.
what is that?
He's not
Oh,
friendly.
Oh,
Maybe he sells
What?
shoes or something. I don't know.
maybe he sells decorative chains. He has a lot
Yeah,
of
we'll
chains.
blow him up a little bit.
He,
Oh man,
he's really not nice looking.
no, he isn't.
It's the GM.
So as you've opened the doors and kind of step back and look into that room, this guy appears, but I will give you a description as you look
Yeah.
in first. So as the ornate double doors swing open on that north wall, the air shifts, heavy with the scent of ancient dust and lingering magic. The long rectangular chamber ahead measures 15 feet wide and about 30 feet deep. Its walls are lined with faded murals depicting cloaked figures descending into darkness. The light from your torches flicker oddly here, as if struggling against some unseen force. On the southern end of the room, a half-circle dais raises 2 feet off the ground, its surface etched with arcane sigils and seem almost burned into the stone. The markings pulse faintly, remnants of an energy long dormant, but not yet gone. In the center of the south wall, an open stone staircase spirals downward into pitch blackness. Its steps warm with time, a sense of foreboding clings in the air in this room. Something about this chamber feels final, as though beyond the stairway lies a truth best left undisturbed. However, in this room has appeared a lingering guardian. Blackthorn Warden is now basically in your path. And I think before we get engaged in combat, because this could take a while, we will end it here. We'll start combat next go round, and we'll figure that out as we go.
Like those guys.
Like those guys and subscribe to those guys.
Hit the bell.